But broadly, what was your impression of that media chat with the president?
You know, because of the Yuletide period, is the time to look around, give ourselves a little bit of godly messages, and to encourage ourselves. You know, if anybody believes in him that he was elected, he was supported by the electorate, it shows that can you give something bad to somebody who has done you good? We are talking about there is an abject poverty in the land. There is hunger in the land. There is anger in the land. Look at this campaign. You think if those guys were okay, they would have gone there to be looking for pittance to eat, and in the course of it died? I'm surprised that there is no iota of calmness, of soberness, of in-depth humanity, the milk of humanity in the discussion. He was saying, yes, there's no need to revisit. You know, why did you have an interactive session? I expect that those journalists who went there were giving him the situation as they experienced this outside. And you are saying nothing. We should just hold on. We should just bear it. And you said we should bear it. Everybody surrounding you, none of them is bearing it. So why should we bear it? It is completely outrageous. It's not a good way to start a new year. I want to advise Bola Tinubu, the president, Kadan Kadal, as they say in the north, Surulere, Musuru. Leadership is not by pumping and bashing people. No, it's not a military administration. You said you and Oga Babanga, Buhari said you won. The people supported you. Did you pay them back with this? You said yes, you won't go back. Yes, you won't do this. Which kind of political administration would do that? Listen to the people. The essence of democracy is convince the people to vote for you, asking you, go back, sir, to that parliament or to the government house. Go and ensure that you manage the resources of the land for the benefit of the people. It's not the reverse. They are saying they are not okay and nothing. Look at banks. I have friends, very wealthy friends. A bank called Heritage Bank collapsed. This, my friend, is so wealthy, had been working hard all his life, had so much money, and suddenly the money was put in the bank. The bank collapsed. Now he had a stroke. He had no penny to even feed himself. So he should just listen to the people. You know what? What I said as a palliative, I said before I left home that there are two critical months in the year. The month of December and the month of January. No matter whether you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are an atheist, or you are a traditionalist. All right. At the end of the year, you say, thank God Almighty that He has allowed you to see the end of the year. And in January, you say, Baba, here I go again. So I said to him, all this nonsense, they're talking about this theory and all that, reduce the petrol price. Aliko has tried, but because it's private, I'm sure Mr. President, with all those bankers that he took with him to Paris, they can absorb the cost of all those prices of oil. If they say, let us reduce the cost per head, that would be the best gift. All
right, Chief. If I may comment, we're going to touch on what you just raised. Maybe we'll start from there, because he's mentioned the fact that he's not oblivious of the fact that the decisions he's made, economic decision, will cause what we're dealing with, and he's seeking understanding every time he comes on air to say, "Look, I know this is going to be difficult, but I can tell you, I can see the future is going to get better. Now, but there's one thing he has consistently done, and he's been consistent on that. He's not going back on this fuel subsidy. He wants the market to decide the price of PMS. Nigerians are saying this is hurting, but the president is saying, I know, but this is necessary for the future. Now that our president has insisted that this is final, what do we do?
Very simple. It will be a major campaign issue. In another few months, it will be 2 years in office. The third year in office, politics will start. We make it a campaign issue. Are you Nigerians better off now? Or do you believe that with what we will tell you, you will be better off? You know, it's not a military government that has no relationship with the public. This is a democratic dispensation that supposedly got all the support. And they claim, Professor in INEC claimed that he won the election. Do you give a stab to somebody who has done so well to support you? And the definition is simple. Go and manage the resources of the land for our benefit. If that benefit is not coming through, well, we are getting more pain by the hour. What you should do, sit back, listen to them, reassess it, give them a little bit of palliative. Look at what happened. The day I mentioned that they should reduce the price of fuel to 300 naira per liter just between the middle of December and the end of January, because people will go home. Children are coming home. You see what happened with all this campaign? They want a smile on their face. Then you can go back again and see how best you can use all your friends who are these managing directors or damaging directors to make sure they take over all these the losses that you would have incurred. They can do it. Those of them, is it the best profession? Managing directors of banks, chairmen of these banks? What are they doing in the banks? What are they producing in the banks? What is it? If Cardoso doesn't give them the dollars, hand dollars, how would they be making money? Listen to the kind of money they tell people that their returns every year. What are they doing? Are they the first bankers in the world? Can you imagine the managing director of Barclays Bank in London here saying he has a private aircraft? At the end of the year, he's making this, he's making it. Is nonsensical. It is so heart-wrenching. What are we doing, for God's sake? What is it? I feel really very angry, because this is a country that trained me. This is a country I grew up with. This is a country we left here voluntarily to go back home to serve our people. Now you cannot guarantee anything, and you are saying you will not look at it, you will not revisit it. Why are you saying you are now the leader of our nation? No, sir, that's not the way to be a leader.
All right, Chief.
Look at what happened in Ghana. Look at what happened in Ghana.
All right.
The elections were held. Before the final results were the government said they accepted that they were defeated. Can you see that in Nigeria? What the goddamn hell is happening to us?
All right, Chief.
He's not saying he wants to revisit it. He doesn't feel. No, he has only 4 more years. I mean, 2.5 years. So you think in 2.5 years all this madness will be resolved? Impossible.